Rahul Sharma actually is joining us now. Actually, Rahul came out with the first of all. I'd like to congratulate you, Rahul, around 19,000. I remember you gave a big call that we are in for a 2,000 point kind of a rally. And pull up the last 1 month or 3 month chart, Vinny. The Nifty did rally closer to much more than it overshot the estimate of Rahul. If I think he'll be joining us in a minute. And then he came out with another call that probably the bulk of the up move has actually played out now. And now we should be in for a sideways to a pullback kind of a move.
That's what it seems like.
Around 22,000 it topped out. So I was looking forward to speak with you, Rahul, for some time after that note from yours that bulk of the up move has happened and brace for either a pullback, a nice pullback, or a sideways move. I think a reluctant pullback has happened from there, half of what you were expecting. So you are holding your view that probably 500-700 points still left to be done on Nifty before it turns attractive to be bought again?
Yeah, hi, very good afternoon, Ajay. So, the correction has happened, a much awaited one. Now, whether the question is, do we sort of, spend some time over here or, there is one final crack before which we recover. My sense is, around 21,000, the risk reward again becomes favorable for a bounce back, for a reversal where we are expecting Nifty to rebound possibly, from next week onwards and into the February series. So as of now, fingers crossed, we're not getting confirmations on the reversal, but what we are keenly doing is keeping a close eye on the sectors and stocks which have not corrected. So if you see in this last few days of correction, we're seeing PSU banks hold very strongly. Private banks have taken the brunt of the selling pressure, but the PSU bank index is right up there. Then you see metals, which are pretty solid, followed by the IT and pharma, which is also very solid. So as a strategy, what we are advising clients to switch on to these sectors and stocks for a rebound, for a follow-up trade. The risk essentially is lesser, even if the correction has to extend for a bit. But my sense is once this expiry is done, we will have more clarity in terms of the institutional positioning in the market, which is what will decide how the February series rolls out. So stay sector specific at this point in time. Once we get the confirmation, I think the rebound should easily take us beyond the previous high, which was around 22,100 odd.
Okay, sector specific is what you are highlighting, and anything in terms of specific stocks that you're looking at as of now as well. What are your top picks currently?
Yeah, so power is something that we like at this point in time. So Tata Power remains our top pick in this space. The stock has been doing extremely well, but the kind of move that we've seen in some of the other stocks, relatively this has got more upside left. My sense is if you have like a 6 to 12 month horizon, this is headed for a 500 rupee target. Even for trading purpose, I think it can be bought at this price or maybe accumulate in the range of 355, 365. I think 400 is very much on the cards in the early part of a February series. So Tata Power can be bought at these levels. Apart from that, Nosil is something that we like on the delivery side. About 3 to 4 month view, one can look to buy at these prices. My sense is in the short term 300, but in a slightly medium term, this can even head towards 375 on the upside, which is significant upside from the current levels. So Nosil can be bought with the stop loss placed at 250, and both the stocks are on the buy side, again falling into the same criteria that buy the stocks which are exhibiting relative strength in this correction.
Some of the specific cash-based stocks I'd like your view on, since you spoke about power. Transformer stocks are also doing very well last few days. Trill in particular, yesterday 20%, today also almost 20, but 10 now. Can you check the charts of transformers and rectifiers for us?
Yeah, so Trill is one of those charts, which has really taken off in the last two trading sessions. The volumes have been increasing day on day. And the current setup seems like, it is a simply, buy and trail your stop loss kind of a setup where blue sky territory could take us, anywhere on the upside around 400 plus. So my sense is, if you're looking to buy fresh at these prices, one can buy with a stop loss of say 330, which is approximately the gap that we formed today. and just keep on trailing stop losses as the stock moves up. It is in a very, very strong bullish grip and momentum, and it would be difficult to put a target on it, but the direction seems up.
Right. Switching gears a bit, and in terms of, charts for Bajaj Auto, Rahul, what are you looking in terms of that, and how are you seeing this two-wheeler actually shaping up now?
Yeah, it is one of the strongest stocks in the two-wheeler space, and if you see the monthly setup, month on month, this is like the fourth, in fact, the fifth consecutive month that the
I think
stock has a very strong setup on the daily charts as well. My sense is 7,700, 7,800 is very much on the cards in the short term, and the setup remains pretty strong, especially the 15th Jan high is taken out today on the back of strong volumes. So, for traders, one can look to buy with a stop loss of 7,300, 7,800 as a target. But, slightly looking at the bigger picture, this seems like we may have one more month where the stock would eventually head towards 8,000 and above as well.
What about Tech Mahindra, the fall which we are looking at right now? Do you think it's good to buy that fall, Rahul?
Yeah, so IT remains, one of those sectors which is exhibiting strength again, around 18 months of underperformance in this sector. And, from a sectoral perspective, this looks positive. In fact, this dip should be utilized as a buying opportunity in Tech Mahindra, especially because 1325, 1300 is a very strong support area for the stock. So one can look to buy at these prices. Maybe we may see some volatility today being the monthly expiry, but, the setup remains pretty solid, and maybe around 1270 one can keep the stop loss, and on the rebound we're expecting somewhere around the 1500 mark to be tested in Tech Mahindra in the next coming few weeks. So positional perspective looks very solid, Tech Mahindra, and in the entire IT pack looks pretty solid.
Okay, Rahul, thank you so much for joining in with us this afternoon on ET Now. It's always good to get your perspective on the show. Thank you so much for that.